Hello, people tube, and welcome back to another video. I'm Chris,
And I'm William Drill. How's it going, everyone?
and today is officially our first episode of our new podcast. Today, we will be looking at conspiracy theories. This is an idea that was basically asked in the chats for one of our fan live streams. Um, and I was like, well, you know what? Cool. We should probably do that because I think it'd be fun. And, it's going to get some people up in here. Right now, I have actually sent the link to two people who are supposed to show up, and we are, of course, waiting on them. But until then, we're going to sit here. Real Dale's, of course, going to go watch the chat until we get the people in here that we need, and then we'll officially start. And we only got an hour, so.
Yep. And off the bat, we got somebody popped up. Caradice 79 says, "I'm here.
All right.
Welcome."
Yep.
And Ty Rizak said he's coming. So
Tell him. Well, don't tell him anything. He'll obviously hear this, but I sent him the email. So there you go.
Hello.
What is
hello.
up?
Now, I'm gonna go tell John real quick, but one thing. Don Roberts said he was going to do a live stream, and I said I would be on it. Like it's. I don't know why he would have it the same day as yours. So I'm gonna try to do both. But he's probably gonna do it soon. But I'm gonna go tell John and tell him to go jump on the live stream. All right. So let me see. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go on his Discord and I'm gonna send him the link. Okay. Discord.
I mean, if you'd rather be on Don Roberts, you could probably join his. I mean,
No, it's fine. I can do. Maybe I'll be on yours for like half the live stream, and I'll go on his. I've decided.
oh well, it'll probably be 10:30 then.
Yeah. All right. All right. So send your email. Okay. All right. I kind of had an interesting week. Let's see. So I'm actually going to a concert in May. Yeah, I'm going to a concert in May. It's Panda Bear. He's a member of one of my favorite bands, Animal Collective. No, I watched Children of Men, by the way.
Do you like it?
I actually liked it a lot. I thought it was like really good. I might even put it in my top 20 favorite films. My one complaint though is that that scene with that I forgot the name of the guy, but he's like that old guy that the main character's friends with. He kind of has like a pot farm. I didn't really agree. Like when they added humor to his death, like where he was saying "pull my finger," I thought that was a little unnecessary. But otherwise, it was pretty good though.
That's Michael Caine, bro.
They actually played a lot of songs I liked. They played an Aphex Twin song, they played a Cream Crimson song, and they played a Radiohead song in it. I don't know. Wait, hold on. Let me see here. All right, anyway, all right. Okay, so he just responded. Okay, so he just responded. He hasn't given me his Gmail yet, but I'm assuming he probably will soon. Right, let me see. He just sent me something else. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, he sent me his Gmail. All right, I'm going to go on my Gmail account now. Okay. I'm listening to Ulver. They're Norwegian. Well, they started out as black metal, and then they switched to electronic music. Oh, by the way, I saw you had that Modest Mouse song, the Float On, right, in your top songs of the 2000s.
Yeah.
They're actually like a really, really good band. They actually been around since like the 90s, though. And personally, I think that song is kind of overrated. They have some better songs, but they're one of my favorite bands. They're probably my favorite indie rock group, if I had to say. I actually own one of their albums. But if you want to get into their music, I recommend the album Lonesome Crowded West and Antarctica. Those are the two best in my opinion. All right, I'll go. Let me see. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna copy your the link. There you go.
So are you like frozen or
No,
drop?
Yeah, apparently some connection issues.
What the? Well, I don't know what happened. Just all of a sudden the thing just went all weird when I don't know. Got disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. I don't know what's going on. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here.
It's acting weird. Like it's saying chat chat isn't connecting or something. Hold on. Okay. All right. I reloaded it. It seems fine now. I mean, the Vince Staples.
Be right back.
Oh, John's back on. There he is.
Hello.
So,
all right, John. Now I want you to just have it on just one camera this time because it's really weird just seeing you. Just use use the microphone on one camera because it's really weird seeing you as a profile guy. So just keep it on just one thing. Don't just have it an audio on one and then just your face on the other because it's really weird because we can't like it just cuts to still the little frame of just the blue person in it. Like, I don't know, like the avatar. So just use one camera, all right? Riley, stop, bud. All right, John, you got that?
Yeah, I'll just stick to this.
Show your face.
Boy, if I use the other...
Because you got it. You did it last time.
Yeah, but if I use the other computer, what it's going to do...
You look like on the internet. You show your face on your account.
I know. What I'm saying is, if I do the other thing, I'll have to do both.
Why can't you just do one?
Well, I mean, I can try, but if it starts screeching again, it's not my fault.
Wait, what? Well, just turn off that one. John, just turn off just log out of that one and just go into the other computer. Why can't you just do that?
Because the mic and the speaker are right next to each other on the other computer.
Okay, so I'm just saying, just log out of this computer and just open it up on the other one and just use a camera on that. You can't do that?
I don't know. One sec. Let me try something real quick. Let me see something.
Yeah, because last time, basically, the loud screeching was basically he put the microphones right next to each other and turned them both on, and they just turned into ear rape, basically.
Yeah, it killed B. Yeah.
All right, Don Roberts is 10:08, and Don Roberts is still not uploaded his live stream. He's lying. Oh, wait, hold on.
So his usual bullshit.
All right, can you go see what Riley wants?
So,
I don't know what he's Panda Bear, who I am seeing live on May. Okay. All right, I'm back.
Is that Kermit hanging on like the wall in the background?
What? Oh, that. No, no. I mean, it's a frog. I don't know why I put it there. It's just,
okay. All right.
it's like one of those hang in there posters. Just imagine that.
Yeah.
Ty, one second, actually. All right, Ty, you see my thing in the bottom corner? Click it real quick and see if it shows up with anything other than the blue avatar.
Wait, click what?
You see where it says John or whatever and it has my avatar? Just click it, see if it shows up with anything else.
No, it doesn't. Well, it shows profile, ignore, and mute.
No, I mean like actually clicking the thing, like where it says my name.
I don't know what you mean. Like, I'm clicking where it says John, nothing's happening.
It doesn't like full screen me?
Doesn't.
Oh, okay.
So do you not have a camera on the computer you're using?
No.
Because I just don't get why that would be a problem. One of your cameras has a one of your computers has a camera and the other has a speaker. Is that what the problem is? Or I just don't get what.
My microphone is set up on this computer. My only webcam is on the other.
Computer not have a camera though?
I have actual cameras, but they don't hook up as if they're webcams. Actually, one second. Let me check and see if that doesn't work. Canon 80D webcam.
Riley, stop crying.
Caradice79 just put out a smiley emoji and a frog emoji.
Frogs.
Frog.
Can you hear my dog crying in the background?
No.
You can't? Riley, come here. Riley, come here. Right. Hey there, bud. Hey, Riley. You boy. Is that a good boy?
I may actually be able to stream with my Canon. Let's see if that works.
Oh, there's an aspiration making its way through my computer. Okay. Let me see here. All right, I might. What the fuck? All right, hold on. Enough. And I clicked on something and it took me back to whatever I was doing.
One sec. Let me leave and rejoin for a sec.
Okay. You know, John, it doesn't have to be if you have a camera. Oh, he's gone. I guess he's going to come back soon, I guess. All right. All right, easy. All right, bud. Hey, bud, calm. Hey, bud. It's all right. It's all right, bud. It's okay. It's all right. Fine. All right. Now, so when are we going to start talking about conspiracies and such?
Whenever y'all are all set up and shit.
All right. So you already heard about the ELISA Lam thing, right? Theft of ELISA Lam?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we talked about that last episode.
Oh, you did?
Well, not the podcast, but the stream.
I'm going to cut off my...
John Smith says Joseph Strickland for some apparent reason.
It was Stone Sour. I don't feel bad for listening to them. They're guilty pleasures. It's all right. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some... no, never mind. I won't. I'll probably do that later. I won't do that right now. But let me see here. Riley, stop with the crying. We're fine, all right?
He wants to be a part of the hangout, man. He's like, oh hell, it's a Dark Man's channel. It's so cool and shit.
If humans can be furries, can animals be humies?
Why not? Riley, are you human? Are you a Humi, Riley? Cry if you're a Humi. Cry, Riley. Cry if you're a Humi. I guess he is one. No, he's not, because he's not crying because he's good. Okay. Now, I might try to. I'm gonna play an album. This is probably my favorite Plunderphonics album. My favorite Australian album. And I guess one of my favorite electronic albums, if you could call that. It's called Since I Left You. It's by a group called the Avalanches. This album's cool because it's made entirely out of samples from other songs. That's basically what Plunderphonics is. I'm just not going to play it that loud, but it's a really cool album. It's pretty accessible too. You can kind of consider it electronic, maybe some dance music too.
From conspiracy theories to I'm going to play this album.
All right. Now, anyways, so you already did ELISA Lam, so I'm not going to talk about that. Let me see. A lot of the conspiracies I'm into, though, are ghost conspiracies. But we can talk about the JFK one, right?
Yeah,
let's talk about.
That's one of them.
Yeah, that's one of the ones you've already talked about.
No, it's one of the ones we're supposed to talk about.
I think I've heard that a lot of people say that they think that with JFK, they believe that there was actually more than one person responsible for his assassination.
Wait, you're talking about Kennedy?
Yes.
I got an even better one for you.
Oh, okay.
What if there was no assassination on Kennedy and his head just did that?
So, like the movie Scanners, but, just
spontaneous combustion of the cranium.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
I mean, how do you know?
True. Shit happens.
Everyone complaining about the grassy knoll when they don't realize that the whole time there was no shooter. They had to scramble to find someone to pin on it.
Seems legit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, out of all the conspiracy theories, his head just popping, definitely probably the best one I've heard. Good one right there, man.
Well, thank you.
So, what you up to there, Ty? We're waiting for your opinion on the assassination.
I feel like he's trying to get that album set up.
Or
sorry about that. My internet just disconnected all of a sudden. Is there two of me? Why is there two of me?
Holy shit! I think this is a fucking conspiracy.
No shit.
My internet just.
Jesus Christ.
It just disconnected me. It's just plain my internet was not working and that my internet was down and then it just disconnected me. I don't know what just happened, but
no, I'm calling bullshit, man. There's two of you. I mean, there's got to be two of you.
1 sec.
Okay. All right, let me see if Don Roberts is doing anything. Hold on.
By the way, is my avatar showing now?
It's still the blue guy, but I would prefer you showing your face and showing your avatar, John.
I feel like check out the actual live stream to see what I have as my avatar.
John, no, it doesn't have to be the camera, right?
Okay.
A good camera because the quality of like my camera looks grainy and shit. So it's fine if you have a bad camera. You can still. It doesn't matter.
Here's the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, at this point, it'll be fun.
Yeah. Okay. What he said, don't even give a shit anymore. Just leave it as is.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, the fucks I don't give right now.
Okay, yeah. All right, we'll stop talking about it then.
God damn.
All right. Okay, so now let me try to see some John F. Kennedy stuff. So I believe that they believe that there was more than one person a part of the John F. Kennedy assassination because of how, like, I guess, like pristine and how
well, he slumped forward after being shot, and they say
how they were able to shoot him several times while he was in a movie.
All right. Well, the good thing is that my friend old William here has actually pulled up information on the Kennedy assassination, and we are ready to go. So I'm going to pass the mic to him, and he shall read to you what he has found, which is pretty much the whole account. and we will discuss it. So go ahead, William.
Yeah, it's called Wikipedia.
Of course.
Yeah, Wikipedia is actually not as unreliable as people say, honestly. So,
well,
usually good.
It used to be that way, but
No,
they
what's
fixed
funny is
things.
like people always tell me you can't use Wikipedia because it's like so unreliable, and I'm like, if people edit Wikipedia, they usually just do something and just erase everything and put this person's gay or something. So I'm pretty sure we're fine.
Well, I mean, the last time they did something major, they decided to go to the suicide forest page for like the Japan forest, and they put what was it, Wario's Woods, as an alternate name for the suicide forest. And they eventually had to protect the page because of how many people were going to it to vandalize it. And I believe they did the same for Buckingham Palace because they were calling it Luigi's Mansion.
You know, John, you know how we vandalized the Johnny Test Wiki?
You're not supposed to tell people that. It's still around.
Okay. Well, yeah, it still says Johnny Test likes fascism. And dog and lover.
Of what we've done. We don't need them to fix it.
It's been almost a year. Okay, let's get back to talking about John F. Kennedy. We're wasting time. So, okay, good. Go ahead, Will.
All right, so basically, background. John F. Kennedy was assassinated by gunfire as he traveled via motorcade. As of November 22nd, 63, 12:30 p.m. Central Standard, Texas Governor John Connally was wounded during the shooting, but survived. Within 2 hours, Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested for the murder of Dallas policeman J.D. Tippit. And
hey, whoa, settle, Will. Guys, need to turn down the music.
Yep. Oh yeah. Is that better?
Yes.
yeah,
You continue.
Okay.
Right. So Lee Harvey Oswald was arrested for the murder of Dallas policeman J.D. Tippit, and arranged that evening. Shortly after 1:30 a.m. Saturday, Oswald was I can barely see because my got the side by side. Arranged for murdering President Kennedy as well. On Sunday, November 24th at 11:21 a.m., nightclub owner Jack Ruby fatally shot Oswald as he was being transferred from the city jail to the county jail. Immediately after the shooting, many people suspected that the assassination was part of a larger plot, and broadcasters speculated that Dallas right-wingers were involved. Ruby's shooting of Oswald compounded initial suspicions among conspiracy theorists. Mark Lane has been described as writing the first literary shot with his article, Defense Brief for Oswald. In the December 1963 edition of the National Guardian, Thomas Buckingham's Who Killed Kennedy, published in May 1964, has been credited as the first book alleging a conspiracy.
Hey, Todd.
Yeah.
Did you turn off the music?
Turn off the music.
Yeah, because it's resonating pretty loud, so.
All right.
There you go.
Reading off the assassination of a president, and you just hear some pop music.
Yeah.
The fuck? Oh, shit. All right.
Okay. Riley, get down.
Oh, fuck. I
All right, come here, bud.
lost my place. So I guess we'll just leave it off there for now. So
Well, I'd like to bring up one thing I already disagree with when it comes to this Wikipedia page.
Mm-hmm.
The part where it says he was assassinated.
True. Yeah, because you know, before the whole thing, you said that his head just fucking exploded. So,
Oh yeah.
I mean, how do you
Of
not
course.
know it? There's a few things it could be.
I'll tell you what.
could've
He was listening to some jam and pop music, and that's how his mind blew
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
It's Plunderphonics, which is basically sample-based music.
about music.
Well, Plunderphonics is basically taking little bits of songs and just making music out of samples from other songs, basically. Some people consider it also to be a EDM, like, or electronic album too.
I think he was listening to Death Grips before it even came out.
I love Death Grips. Death Grips are like the greatest hip hop band ever.
You know
Best
that-
band.
Like, what's that one song where it's like guillotine? He's screaming in a car with static in the background. That's what occurred.
Their videos are like really, really lo-fi. They make them themselves, but the music videos aren't really what I listen to them for. But that's their most popular song. But the Money Store and the first disc of the Powers That Be are masterpieces.
So I want to know, first of all, who the fuck is choking the dog? Second,
I don't know what's going on. Like, I guess my cat and my dog are having a turf war right now. I don't know what my dog wants, honestly. I've already took him outside.
You need to establish
I
dominance.
don't know what he wants, unless he wants to play tug of war or something. I don't know. All right, come here. What do you want, bud? What do you want?
and second, that has nothing to do with JFK's death. The music shit.
Okay, let's talk about JFK.
We're trying.
We're trying to uncover the
Continue with
truth here, Ty.
What?
We're trying to uncover the truth here. I want to know what happened.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, all right, John. All right, Will, keep going with the article.
Well, I'm still trying to find my place. I don't know where I left off at because
We'll need to read the article instead.
I accidentally hit
Actually,
my scroll wheel, and
I got an idea.
it fucked everything. So
Here, I'll do it.
What do you want, bud? Carter, can you take Riley outside, please?
Here. I have it right here. It says here.
I don't know what he wants.
All
I don't
right.
know what he wants.
I got it, guys. I'll continue reading. I found the place. After losing his right arm and left leg due to a failed human transmutation attempt, Ed became the youngest state alchemist in history by achieving his certification at age 12. 3 years later, Ed had
John,
become
are you reading some kind of like shit post article? What are you doing? This is like a serious video.
the goddamn backstory for Full Metal Alchemist. What the
I've seen parts of that anime, but I haven't actually watched it. I just seen parts of it when it was on Adult Swim. This is supposed to be serious. Okay, I need you to actually read a JFK article. Okay,
It's supposed to be serious. Listen to the music. Reading the
okay. I did wrong, but I turned the music off, so we're fine. Okay,
Are we?
I guess.
I'll be right
In the
back.
background, you probably complain about him too. Okay, now John, how about I read the article? Okay, so John, all right, hold on. JFK. All right. John F. Kennedy, the 35th president of the United States, was assassinated on Friday, November 22nd, 1963. At p.m. in Dallas, Texas.
Ty. I think
Yeah,
we've
what?
already established this fact.
Okay. All right, I'll go. All right, here I'll go read some conspiracy. All right, here it is. All right, conspiracy theories. Theories posit that the assassination involved people or organizations in addition to Lee Harvey Oswald. Most current theories put forth a criminal conspiracy involving parties as varied as the CIA, the Mafia, Vice President Johnson, Cuban President Fidel Castro, the KGB, or some combination of those entities. Public opinion polls have consistently shown that the majority of Americans believe that there there was a conspiracy to kill Kennedy. Gallup polls have also found that only 20 to 30% of the population believe that Oswald has acted alone. Also show that there is no agreement on who else have been involved. Former Los Angeles District Attorney Vincent Bigalisi estimated that a total of 42 groups, 82 assassins, and 214 people have been accused in various Kennedy assassination conspiracy theories. The last remaining documents, which were required to be released under Section 5 of the President John F. Kennedy Assassination Records Collection Act of 1992, were released on October 26, 2017, while the remaining ones, still classified, will only be analyzed for redactions. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Redaction.
I don't know what? Oh,
the
okay.
word's redaction.
Okay, I got you.
What he said.
All right. Here's a whole article, John F. Kennedy assassination conspiracy theories. So let's see here. I think have you heard about the woman who wore like a yellow jacket or something? Like she was seen in like a lot of these photos, right? Riley, stop. Why don't you go bug Carter?
You know what it is?
What?
I know exactly. It's your dog that killed JFK. And we're so close to finding the truth that he's getting pissed.
Riley, did you do it? What'd you do?
They telling you. Dog's getting pissed. He's like, fuck you guys. I've kept this a secret for over 60 years.
I think you just reminded me. Do you know that like movie from back in the day where it was like really crumbly CGI dogs and cats, and they were in like a war against each other?
Cats and dogs.
Oh, I remember that.
You mean Cats versus Dogs?
Yeah, cats.
Yeah,
like imagine if it was something where it's like cats versus dogs. The dogs assassinated JFK and tried to pin it on the cats, but they did Lee Harvey Oswald instead. But it was fine because he was a cat lover, so it still painted a bad picture.
You know, is it weird that actually sounds like a good concept for a kids movie? No,
dogs assassinate. No, if I was making a JFK assassination cats versus dogs movie, I'd have the cats, which are already thought of as being evil. Actually, no, it could be that the dogs are the evil ones, and they've made the cats look bad through doing stuff like that.
Well, see, that's what you do, man. You have like the entire world is just all like cats and dogs trying to like live together in peace, and then the president himself was like a dog or a cat and got assassinated. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. All the cats are right wingers and the dogs are left wingers. There you go.
Yeah, it's kind of like that graphic novel Mouse, where all the Jews were mice and they were put in the concentration camp.
John, why is your profile picture of some like very, very overweight man with a mustache and a beard?
That's the Burger King.
What? It's the Burger King?
It's the Burger King.
Okay.
You know?
It doesn't look like the Burger King, John.
Fine, you know what? One second, then. Let me rejoin. Let me see here.
Well, on my, it's showing it on the chat, but it's for some reason it's not showing it on this Hangouts thing for some reason. But it's showing it on the chat on the live stream on the YouTube channel for some reason.
I don't know if
I don't know why that
it might be. No, it's not different.
All right, let's not worry about that. Okay, continue. Anyway. Wait, did John just leave it? No.
No, he's right there.
John, no! What the fuck? Oh my God. He's Pussy Decapitator 419. The profile picture is me when I dressed up as Stalin Captor for Halloween. So
the fuck did I miss? I was just taking a drink and it's goddamn.
Okay, all right. Let's continue with the John F. Kennedy things. Okay.
Well, yeah, because I don't know if y'all realize this, but this is like the first episode of podcast, and it's supposed to be about conspiracy theories, and yet we're talking about fucking like dogs and cats shooting each other, and music, and movies.
Okay, let's go back to John F. Kennedy. So, all right.
I want to go back to the Jews when it came to the comic book.
All right, yeah. John. Let's try to keep it all serious now. Okay. All right. So, all right. Allegations of mysterious or suspicious deaths of witness connected with the Kennedy assassination originated from Penn Jones Jr. and were brought to national attention by the 1973 action. Jim Mars later presented a list of 103 people he believed died, convenient deaths under suspicious circumstances. He noted that the deaths were grouped around investigation conducted by the Warren Commission, New Orleans DA Jim Garrison, the Senate Intelligence Committee, and the House Select Committee on Assassinations. That these deaths certainly would have been convenient for anyone not wishing the truth of the JFK assassinations to become public. Richard Belzer published hit list investigation into the mysterious deaths of witnesses to the JFK assassination that examines the death of 50 people linked to the assassination and claims they were murdered as a part of a cover-up. Vincent Bugliosi described the death of journalist Dorothy Kilgallen, who said she was granted a private interview of Jack Ruby as perhaps the most prominent mysterious death cited by assassination researchers. According to author Jerome Croft, Mafia Figures, Sam Giancana, John Roselli, Carlos Prio, Jimmy Hoffa, Charles Nicoletti, Leo Macari, Richard Kane, Salvatore Granello, and Dave Uris were likely murdered to prevent them from revealing their knowledge. According to author Matthew Smith, others with some tie to the case who have died suspicious deaths include Lee Bowers, Gary Underhill, William Sullivan, David Fury, Clay Shaw, George D. Mohrenschildt. I don't know why these people have such weird names. 4 showgirls who worked for Jack Ruby and Ruby himself. On assassinations, investigated another alleged mysterious death that of Rosie Karami. The committee reported that Louisiana State Police Lieutenant Francis Fruge traveled to Eunice, Louisiana on November 20th, 1963, 2 days before the assassination, to pick up Tramy, who had sustained minor injuries when she was hit by a car. Tramy to the hospital and said that on the way there she related to him that she was coming from Florida to Dallas. The 2 men were Italians or resembled Italians. Fruge asked her what she planned to do in Dallas, to which she replied, number 1, pick up some money, number my baby, and kill Kennedy. Tramy was admitted to treated at State Hospital in Jackson, Louisiana for alcohol and heroin addiction. State hospital physician Dr. Victor Weiss later told a House Select Committee investigator that on November 25th, 3 days after the assassination, one of his fellow physicians told him that Tramy had stated before the assassination that President Kennedy was going to be killed. Dr. Weiss further reported that Tramy told him after the assassination that she had worked for Jack Ruby and that her knowledge of the assassination originated from the word in the underworld. After the assassination of L.T. Fruge contacted Dallas Police Captain Will Fritz regarding what he had learned from Tramy, but Fritz told him he wasn't interested. Tramy was found dead by a highway near Big Sandy, Texas on September 4th, 1965. She had been run over by a car. Another suspicious death cited by Jim Mars was that of Joseph Miltier, director of the Dixie Clan of Georgia. Miltier was secretly tape recorded 13 days before the assassination, telling Miami police informant William Somerset that the murder of Kennedy was in the working. Miltier died in 1974 when a heater exploded in his house. The House Select Committee on Assassinations reported in 1979 that Miltier's information on the threat to the president was furnished to the agents making the advance arrangements before the visit of the president to Miami, but that the Miltier threat was ignored by Secret Service personnel in planning the trip to Dallas. Robert Bowick, special agent in charge of the Secret Service Protective Research Section, testified that the threat information was transmitted from one region of the country to another if there was specific evidence it was relevant to the receiving region. The House Select Committee on Assassinations investigated the allegation that a statistically improbable number of individuals with some direct or peripheral, I don't know what that word is, assassination if the Kennedy assassinations died as a result of that assassination, thereby raising the specter of a conspiracy. The committee's chief of research testified, our final conclusion on the issue is that available evidence does not establish anything about the nature of these deaths, which would indicate that the deaths were in some manner either direct or peripheral. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Caused by the assassination of President Kennedy or any aspect of the subsequent investigation. Author Gerald Posner said that Mars' list was taken from the group of about 10,000 people connected even in the most tenuous way to the assassination, including people identified in the official investigations as well as the research of conspiracy theorists. that it would be surprising if 100 people out of 10,000 did not die in unnatural ways. He noted that over half of the people on Mars' list did not die mysteriously but of natural causes, such as Secret Service agent Roy Kellerman, who died of a heart failure at age 69 in 1984, long after the Kennedy assassination, but is on Mars, list as someone whose cause of death is unknown.
Did you just say heart failure?
What?
You know that the CIA has created a heart attack gun, right?
Nice.
So, like,
I did not know that. Okay.
Now you can look it up.
Posner
It was brought to Congress at one point in time, and it was an actual thing that occurred. They said that they had the model there was not the one that they had developed, but they had developed a gun that could inject someone with something that would cause heart failure.
That's actually gonna. All right, I'm gonna finish reading this, and I'm actually gonna bring up this one. Actually, one of my friends told me about a while ago. I also pointed out that many prominent witnesses and conspiracy researchers just continue to live long lives. Okay, now one person told me, you know how there hasn't been one U.S. president who has gotten cancer, right?
Yeah.
One thing is there hasn't been a U.S. president who's gotten cancer. We've been a country for like a very, very long time, and so there's a theory that we actually do have a cure for cancer, but we're saving it and only using it for very, very, very important purposes, keeping a president alive. But
well, I mean, there was the fact that Ronald Reagan had Alzheimer's, but that was towards, I believe, after he left office.
Yeah. So people theorize that we actually do have a cure for cancer, but we're only using it on people who work for the U.S. and like president and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, the one problem with that is, like, the president is the commander-in-chief. However, there's apparently levels of classification that go above him that he does not have access to.
Oh, okay.
When it comes to certain organizations within the U.S. government. Understandable in one way, because it's like he gets elected to that position, and it's stuff that some people might have to be briefed on for their entire career. And they don't just want someone being elected into office and instantly gaining access to everything and just spilling the beans.
You know who told me that, right? That theory?
Who?
Jordan.
Yeah, I was assuming.
Yeah, Jordan. Well, he told me that in middle school, though. But
well, it's true. I mean,
does Jordan have a YouTube account?
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah.
So let's see here. How about we all take turns on reading an article? So I just read, John, you know what Wikipedia article to go on, right?
No, well, actually, I was just thinking of something else, another conspiracy, not related to this one, but just like another conspiracy in general. It refers to YouTube and some of their new policy stuff.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it for a bit. You know how it was like right after Logan Paul pulled a Sayori and showed a dead body hanging from a tree or whatever, and then like right afterwards they release a thing that makes it harder to get money off YouTube.
All right, what? Yeah, you just cut off there. Say it again.
Oh, you know how like right after that happened with Logan Paul, they kind of just like put out an update making it harder to make money off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Like I got a feeling that what they're doing is they said it was in the works for a while. But the thing is, I got a feeling that what they're doing is they have updates ready to go like that, but only when something occurs that causes them backlash do they actually release updates like that so that they can pretend that they're doing something. And to us, it looks like odd timing that every time something bad happens, they pull an update, but really it's just to cover themselves because of the fact that something bad's happened, so they're trying to make it look like they did swift action when really they already had the update ahead of time and could have released it already. They just did that a few days after to where we would be suspicious but wouldn't have proof, and the people that had ads and stuff would be happy.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, a lot of the YouTube stuff is like bullshit, honestly.
Yeah, I don't like the new update in one way, which is that like it's kind of annoying how it's annoying until you get to the point where you have that stuff, but once you have that stuff, it seems fair. And even though I don't have 1,000 subs at the moment, I understand why they're doing it, and it's kind of a good thing that they have put a limit on it to ensure that people are not able to just upload tons of content, get ad revenue, and then are able to leave with money before YouTube can like catch them doing it and put their channel down. But at the same time, it's just going to be annoying because you would expect a company that makes as much as YouTube would be able to put some people towards looking at channels to make sure they're legit or not before monetizing them anyways.
Oh, okay.
So I take it we're done talking about JFK for right now.
Yeah, we can probably go back to it, but look, we can talk about some other things. What's some other?
Well, the
conspiracy?
other one, because we're technically supposed to cover 3. I left the third one up to Chloe, but she had emergency surgery this morning or some shit like that, so she couldn't be here. But so the other one, because we were supposed to talk about 3, so it was JFK, her choosing, and then Flat Earth. So I think it's about time for Flat Earth.
Okay, let's look up some Flat Earth conspiracies.
Well, first off, I find it quite foolish that you believe in the Earth.
Yeah, I always thought that too. All right,
Yeah.
Flat Earth. Let me go on Flat Earth Society. So
we simply just live in the Matrix.
All I'm saying is that it makes no sense that I can't just get a helicopter, levitate off the ground, and let the Earth rotate under me to where I can achieve my destination. You know?
Because you're not Superman.
Well, if the Earth rotates and I'm not on the Earth, why don't I not rotate? Why do I rotate with the Earth? Maybe the Earth isn't rotating.
Because Superman isn't flying so fast that the Earth rotates under his flight pattern.
I just thought of something, actually. Let's say you could fly so fast that you could go around the Earth like Superman. Do you think time would go backwards like they depict, or do you think it would do nothing?
I don't think it would do shit.
Oh wait, do you guys know who B.O.B. is, right? The rapper? He believes in the Flat Earth thing. So, and I think actually Neil deGrasse Tyson actually said that the Flat Earth thing isn't true, and then he wrote a diss track against Neil deGrasse Tyson.
That's what I'd be worried about. Dissing Neil deGrasse Tyson.
And Bob is like, he's a terrible rapper too, so it wouldn't surprise me that he believes in the Flat Earth theory.
His name is Bob.
Yeah, well, B.O.B. It's pronounced Bob, I guess, but
Bring
probably reference to an Outkast song called B.O.B., which is for Baghdad. I think it's a political song.
You don't say.
Yeah, I guess. All right, now let's see. In 1956, Samuel Shenton created the International Flat Earth Society as a successor to the Universal Statistics Society, running as an organizing security from his home in Dover, England. Given Shenton's interest in alternative science and technology, the emphasis on religious arguments was less than in the predecessor society when satellite images showed Earth as a sphere. Shenton remarked, "It's easy to see how a photograph like that could fool the untrained eye." Shenton persuaded Alice Hillman, a polyethnic of East London lecturer, to become president of the Flat Earth Society. But there is little evidence of any activity on his part until after Shenton's death, where he added most of Shenton's library to the archives of the science he helped to establish. Shenton's died in 1971. Charles K. Johnson inherited part of Shenton's library from Shenton's wife and established and became the president of the International Flat Earth Research Society of America and Covenant People's Church in California. Over the next 3 decades, under his leadership, the Flat Earth Society grew to reported 3,500 members. Johnston issued many publications and handled. Oh wait, here. I don't know. I think this is just talking about let me see here.
You're literally just reading the page for the Flat Earth Society, aren't you?
I think he is.
All right.
I mean, the whole thing with flat earthers is a lot of them will do 2 things. They'll look at stuff that is obviously from like a crappy government or some other kind of thing, or they'll take a scientific principle and put it wrongly into an area to try to prove that they're correct, or they'll go with a religious basis, which at that point you can literally just argue either way. They're just going to choose their way every time. So, like, that's the main thing I've seen, at least when looking at flat Earth videos. They'll either not look at every single point in science and realize that back in the days of the ancient Egyptians, they were understanding that the Earth might not be flat, or at least the distance between the two, and seeing or calculating. I think they did that with obelisks at one point. But even back then, they at least were trying to actually apply their theories to reality versus saying, yep, I mean, when I jump, I don't fly 3,000 miles ahead of myself. So, you know.
Okay.
But, I don't know. I remember I made a video like just debunking some guy who showed like Chinese footage and claimed it was from NASA when it was the Chinese space program, which, if you didn't know, they've lied about being in space before, and they literally filmed a space scene underwater to mimic as if they were in space in zero G. And when doing that, air bubbles came out of one of their helmets, and due to that, like, the guy just went on there and showed it was NASA and tried to say, oh, it's NASA faking space or whatever. And in the bottom corner, there was Chinese text for like no reason. Just made it even better. He was claiming it to be NASA, because I was just like, come on, man, just plaster a NASA logo or something over it if you're gonna like lie to me like that. At least make
John,
it convincing.
I actually have a really good conspiracy about the moon landing. Now, did you know that they claim the person who shot the fake moon landing, the supposed fake moon landing, was Stanley Kubrick? Did you know that?
Who's Stanley Kubrick?
Director. He made
Director
Clockwork
of all
Orange.
time, John. He directed The Clockwork Orange, The Shining, Full Metal Jacket, and 2001: A Space Odyssey, and also Doctor Strangelove. The greatest director of all time. That's who that
Wait,
is.
was he that guy that made the movie Eyes Wide Shut?
Yes.
Yeah, he did that. That was his last movie. He died the same year. But anyway, he actually supposedly referenced the conspiracies in The Shining. Did you know that?
All work and no play makes Chuck. I don't remember the rest.
Well, in The Shining, let me see. Okay, so the moon landing. I think one time, what's the little kid? I forgot his name. Danny. So when Danny, at one point, there's this one thing where he has like this. He has this this shirt on. It's like a rocket. When he stands up, it's supposed to represent like a rocket going off. But obviously, probably didn't. He's most like there's like a 1% chance he did fake the moon landing, but he's probably just adding
1%
characteristics.
I want to be a 1%er.
Just no shit.
Well, he's. I think I heard that he was really against a lot of technology and kind of stuff that NASA did. So it's very unlikely that he would actually fake the moon landing.
So, before you get off on the whole moon landing thing, since we only got a couple more minutes, let's try and rewind back to the flat Earth.
Okay.
Because I actually have my own theory.
Right.
It's not really
This thing lasted until 12.
No. The podcast will only last an hour.
Oh, okay, all right. Let's go back to the flat Earth then. Continue, John.
Okay.
No, he's gonna have his own theories. What he said, not me.
Okay, listen. It's not a flat Earth. It's a fat Earth. Okay, so it's flat on the top and fat on the bottom, and there might be a turtle under. You never know. But the thing is there's a lot of shit going on. So what it is there's business in the top and party on the back. You know what I'm saying? And possibly a giant flying turtle.
You
go.
realize you've just effectively stolen from my own theory of the Earth being a bowl.
See? Great minds think alike, John. Great minds think alike.
You're right there.
Exactly.
The Earth is flat or round. It's dumb big.
People have insulted me in the past for telling them that the Earth is actually a bowl, but I knew it all along. Yeah. They just take a picture from the top of it, so it looks round. I mean, anyone with the untrained eye would see that it looks like a circle. But is
And
that 3D? No.
Well, John, explain why exactly. Yeah. All right,
There's-
continue.
And there's
Yeah.
definitely there's about a 1% chance there's a flying turtle on the bottom. Just
I'd
saying.
say that it's all turtles all the way down.
Oh, all turtles also? Is it one giant turtle or is it a bunch of little turtles?
I would kind of think that it starts with like the bottom of the earth having a small turtle, and then the turtles get exponentially bigger to support the turtle that's on top of it.
So they're all stacked. So it's a pyramid of turtles that hold up the bowl Earth.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, like if you were to, they're infinite, but if you were to reach the bottom, it would be the world's biggest turtle.
So okay, so if you took a picture, then you see the bowl Earth, a pyramid of turtles, and then the biggest turtle of all time.
Well, no, see here, the problem is you can't see the turtle. Its shell is black, thus looking like space.
So
yeah,
it blends
tiny,
in
shiny
space.
parts that look like stars. See, when they use the flash in space, because the space is dark. I mean, that's why. Anyway, so since space is dark and they use a camera flash, the scales of the turtle look like stars. So,
fucking genius. That is ingenious, man. I'm telling you. So, how about you, Will? What's your theory on Earth?
Well, first off, I'm trying to figure out how in the fuck you managed to come up with a turtle theory.
Because turtles are fucking cool.
it's wait. Do you not know what that's from?
No,
I feel like I've seen it before. I don't remember.
I have no fucking idea.
Wait, you don't know what it's from?
What is it from?
The turtles all the way down. There was something where in some like religious area, this guy asked this woman how the earth was supported, and she said it was by a turtle. And then he asked her what supported that turtle, and she went to the guy and said, you're not going to trick me with this. It's turtles all the way down.
See, I always assumed that people got the turtle thing from the whole Stephen King's It thing, where like one giant turtle created the universe, you know what I'm saying? So instead of a god, it's just the mega turtle.
Do you mean the miniseries, the movie, or the book?
Mega turtle.
Mega turtle. Yeah. So it's God Turtle, or Girdle, if you will.
Oh no.
Girdle.
The mega turtle.
Oh shit, this is fun.
All right, hold on. I think I got something. So, I believe
no matter what you say will outdo the mega turtle.
I think the mega turtle.
All right, the mega turtle. Let's talk about the mega turtle.
You see, past protons and neutrons, there's actually mega turtletrons.
Mega turtle.
oh Jesus!
It's better than the Megatrons and the Autobots.
Indeed.
And see. Now do continue, Ty.
Okay, so let me see. All right, I think I got something. I believe that the Earth is actually now. Let's say okay. So I believe that the Earth was created due to basically the land and the sea. Very good friends at one point, and then all of a sudden they just began hating each other.
Yeah,
And so
they just
began
fucking
hating each other.
damn.
The land was really, really mad that the water was very jealous of the water's main surroundings around the world, and the water was jealous over the many life forms that lived on the land, even though the water took up most of the area on the earth. So the ocean became very, very salty, and that's where shark
feels like an African tribe's genesis.
Okay.
Like someplace.
I don't know. I
Africa.
didn't make that up. Though. Some kid just said that as some kind of poem.
With songs by Genesis playing in the background while that's happening. So.
Oh, Genesis is great. They're a great progressive rock band.
So
great.
I have an idea. Everyone choose their favorite Kiss song in time.
Their favorite what?
Kiss.
John knows I don't like Kiss, and he tries to bring it up because you like Kiss.
Shout it out loud, actually.
I don't know. I guess Detroit Rock City is an okay song, but I just don't like Kiss's music, honestly. I don't like glam metal in general, honestly, so that's just me though. It's fine if you like Kiss. I'm just not too big on them. So
I would
continue.
continue.
I have a theory. I think that Ty is secretly a globe head. He doesn't.
What's a globe head?
You believe in a round Earth, don't you? You think the Earth is a sphere,
Well,
you
yes, I
dummy.
do believe in it.
You think that the Earth is
Yes,
a globe.
I do. I would assume most people who are not mentally insane believe in the Earth being round.
All right, well, we got 1 minute till we have to close this out. So we all agree that it's actually a fat Earth supported by turtles.
I don't agree to that.
Everyone agrees to.
I believe that.
A bowl.
I didn't believe that a few seconds ago, but I believe it now.
He believes it now. So we have So we have all came to the agreement that it's actually Earth is a bowl supported by turtles. So there you go.
I didn't agree to that.
Yeah, you did, and that's all
Yes,
there
you
is
do.
to it. So, all right, guys, we hope you enjoyed the first episode of the Down and Dirty
I never agreed to
podcast.
anything. What the fuck?
And peace the fuck out.
Hey, wait.
Farewell.
All right. Bye.